I would like to introduce you to the Build Your Dream Seagull. This is a Chinese electric vehicle. It is sleek, it is well made, and it's super cheap. It costs about $12,000 in China, and if the United States and Canada were to levy a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles, which they are preparing to do, the BYD Seagull would still be cheaper than the least expensive electric vehicles available to North American consumers right now. Now, this poses an issue to American automakers who have been given a boost by the Biden administration to get the car market, get some more domestically made electric vehicles onto the market. So if you're the U.S. government, what do you do about this? Deferring to the market may mean hurting American workers, but it may mean lower consumer prices. Well, according to the U.S. Trade Representative Katherine Tai, we've been in this kind of situation before. China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001 and quickly became a big trade partner with the United States. But as Tai wrote earlier this year in the Financial Times, China's emergence as the world's factory floor hurt American workers long term. Quote, a laissez-faire system has allowed short-term profit-driven businesses to maximize their gains, often by partnering with a non-market autocracy to further that goal. While profits and executive pay soared, workers were left behind. The American economy has been and remains an open one. That, however, has meant that American workers were particularly exposed to the harms from such behavior. Communities were devastated as trade policy remained isolated from democratic accountability, end quote. With lessons from the past in mind, Ambassador Tai is hoping to use U.S. trade policy to, quote, democratize economic opportunity, which means you won't maybe get a chance to buy a BYD Seagull anytime soon. Back with me is the author of that piece, Ambassador Katherine Tai, the United States Trade Representative for the Biden administration. Ambassador, thank you for being with us. I hope I did justice to that explanation because it's complicated. The issue of people want them. They're good for the environment. They want them to be affordable. China can make them very affordable. We don't make enough of them affordable. So how do you solve all of this?
So, Ali, this is a great question. And I think one of the places where I want to start is on this issue of cost. We hear a lot of arguments about tariffs and trade policy making things cost more. One of the things that we have to keep in mind is when you do see really low-priced imports that are available on the marketplace, how did they become so low-priced in the first place? Is it because production is being done on the backs of exploited labor forces? They're being done in places with little or no environmental protection, and are they being produced in places that have pumped so much state support and subsidies into the industry that the outbound product no longer reflects something that has been created through market forces? And that's one of the things that we need to take into account, which is things that look like they are low priced and artificially low priced have actually brought with them a lot of larger costs to America's industrial strength, to our manufacturing economy, and today to what our future might look like. So I think that the way you've teed up the question and your review of the piece that I published in the FT earlier this year do this conversation an enormous amount of justice.
We've also been in a situation in the past when we ran into high gas prices and the Japanese automakers were making small, fuel-efficient cars, and we weren't in America. But we did find a way to transform that so that we could have a more robust auto industry. What's the approach with China? Because I guess the issue with trade is that you do need a stiletto, not a sledgehammer on this stuff. You've got to figure out ways in which you don't cause your consumers to pay exorbitant prices monetarily for things, but at the same time, you take into account, as you said, why are cars cheaper in China or in other places? So what's the approach? Because certainly in this election, one candidate is putting forward a sledgehammerish approach to this thing. We do a lot of business with China. How do we get affordable electric vehicles properly in this country?
So we need to make some really foundational decisions. And President Biden says that we are at an inflection point where decisions that we make today will have ramifications for us for decades to come. One of those decisional questions that rises is around our industrial strength and our industrial growth. The American auto industry, and let's take this one as an example, is one that, unless we start playing the game differently, is going to really feel itself on the ropes in terms of these anti-competitive pressures coming from other parts of the world, the PRC being the lead in terms of where those pressures are coming from. So the question that's presented, I know that you're presenting it from a consumer standpoint, but I also want to bring it over to the producer standpoint in terms of our companies and also our auto workers, which is, in order for the United States to continue to be a producer in this industry, to continue to be a manufacturer and to have good jobs in this sector for our people, we are going to need to play stronger defense, and we're going to need to combine that with a strong offense. And that's where you see Biden-Harris administration policies taking root. The defense are the tariffs, many of which we have kept and increased in the examples of EVs, but also for solar panels, for batteries. We have seen in solar panels, for example, over the last 2 decades, a burgeoning, growing, really important industry that we have lost because of the competitive and anti-competitive pressures from China. So we are pairing those defensive strategies, building a fence or a retaining wall around those industries, with a really strong offense. And in terms of this game, what is the offense? It's the investments that we're making, starting with investing in our infrastructure, to our semiconductors, and when it comes to EVs, the Inflation Reduction Act, which has incentives for creating the investments here in the United States for a strong EV sector, backed by a strong EV battery sector.
All right, anybody watching this, email me and you can get a continuing education credit for that. This was an important conversation, just the tip of the iceberg. We're just going to have to talk about trade policy and tariffs more regularly so that our viewers are armed with an understanding that they require. So thank you for taking the time this morning to have that conversation with us. I hope it's the first of many. The Ambassador Katherine Tai is the United States trade representative in the Biden administration. All right, coming